I'm here. Um, this is crazy because obviously this lighting is like not the best situation, or maybe it is. I don't know. Um, I'm so hot. I'm sweating. Okay. Um, I had to come in and do like a pre-clean because this room is crazy and I have not been in here for lives lately. As you know, I've been downstairs in Ryan's studio because when I'm sporadically able to appear, um, I can't really be up here on the main floor because Vela, especially, will be, you know, screaming at the door. So let's take a sip. I'm onto the water because, again, sweating, and I had a fancy coffee this morning from Big B, and it was Free Shot Friday, so I had an extra one thrown in because, of course, because I had this plan today, I was super tired because Vela was up for like 2 hours straight in the middle of the night. Sip, sip. Okay, let's go back to the top of the chat. Thanks for bearing with me and hanging out while I am late getting my shit together. Whew. Okay. Happy Friday. It's Casual Friday, bitches. Did you ever think it would happen again? Shout out to my cousin for watching the kids today so that I can try to phase one clean this room. Hello, Sandra. Thank you for being here with us today, hanging out. Yes, the VW is since Vela. So if you'll recall, I did pre-recorded videos of like my entire inventory up until like the day before I went in to be induced. Okay. And I didn't put her name in the title just to be like semi-discreet. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, just so she's not searchable like that at this point in her life. So yeah, I think the last one I did was like the day before. I think it was February. I think it was the 27th, and I went in on February 28th to be induced, and I didn't have her until a full second day later. Okay, so anyway, and at that time, I don't know the totals for sure, but I have everything typed up. It's on my other computer. But it's not really about the numbers. It's just to keep me kind of organized and see what I have. And I just love collection videos, so I want to also make them because I think they're cool. Yeah, so let's go on. I'm going to make my way through comments. Hello, Robin. How are you? Wondered about that too. Yes, since the purchase of a Volkswagen. No, since Vela came home, basically. So this is since March 1st, 2022. These are the decks since then. And a lot of them are on these shelves behind me. So my old spot is right over there. And those cube shelves are still there. And this is that little overflow shelf, which we've gone through kind of before when it was like late summer, early fall. When was it? I was like allowed to be on YouTube again, like per all the drama that was going on in my life. And I got like really sad at the end of that one video because like my lawyer called, something happened, right? And so anyway, we've seen some of these, but now we're also, I hope, I'm going to show you everything else. And I say I hope because I'm just sitting in a pile of decks and there's some on the table. Like I see Terra Volatile right now. That one I'm going to have to grab. Like there's some things you've seen because I've said like, hey, I got this recently, but now I'm going to try to pull them all together over here so that we can keep it organized. And also you're helping me clean my room because it's a crazy mess. No purchase. I'm still just paying half of my life away on the vehicle I currently have. Still have the Highlander. Donna's here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Tom is here. Hey, thanks for hanging out on a Friday. I see he says he has a meeting. So as soon as that ends, it's no problem at all. I'm happy you are here. Kella Lizzie, hello. Happy Friday. I remember when we sorted all of Deanne's decks, that was a hoard for sure. Is this everything since back then? Yes, exactly. And that list or those lists have not changed except for I did pass along my mini 1889 Lenormand, which is super rare. I still have like the regular size. And I offered up to a friend that she could choose either size and I would send one on to her because I'm like, you know what, I don't need to, and I really want you to have one. So I gifted that little precious during that time. But aside from that, I haven't gotten rid of anything. So this should be picking up where we left off with that. And just, you'll have to mind me standing up, moving all around. It's whatever. I just have plain black leggings on today. So no leggings of the day. They're just what I would call like dance pants. Like I feel like I'm going to rehearsal. But anyway, yes, so this is what we're kind of doing. Yes, everything since Vela was born. I was trying to just be a little like decoder ring about it. So not that bad in theory. Oh, you would think. Now, this is also things that have been sent to me. So you will remember a large unboxing I did from a secret friend. That stuff you'll see a flash of again. It should all be here. There were like 22 decks or something like that. Remember that day? And I'm not at liberty to say, but anyway, Nancy's here. Hello. Thank you for hanging out with us. Debbie's here on a Friday. Oh, thank you. Thank you. This necklace, it actually is kind of cute, but I threw it on like sort of as a joke. Not a joke. I was trying to clear off part of the table because I had to move this box that my laptop is sitting on, and I had to move all this other stuff, and it's a crazy, I mean, you've seen a snapshot of my table before. I just keep saying crazy, and I'm sorry, but it's just chaos of treasures on this. And so I had to like shift everything over, and there were necklaces flying, things in the way. And so I'm, putting things on as I go, but it's kind of working out on camera. It's kind of working out. This was my grandma's. They're just costume pearls, but they do have like a fancy, like claspy that I love so much. So anyway, and then I have this like magnetic closure one on too that I got from my friend's jewelry shop. They actually don't make these, they get them sent in. But anyway, bought this for myself for my birthday one year, and it's real cute. And you can like wrap it and like wear it as a bracelet or whatever. More nice things. Thank you. Zane, the cutest little witch. How are you doing? Oh, Robin, love the pearls. You look like a 1920s flapper. Sweet charity. Yeah, I tried to do like a high pony too, like Elle, but I mean, I don't have all those locks, but I bet, Wow, you guys, thank you. It's so nice. Tammy Pie, hello. Thanks for hanging out with us. Regina, I saw your messages. I'm sorry that I've left you on red. I was dropping the kids off at my cousin's and kind of woke up late because Vela was up in the middle of the night, and then she finally went back to sleep, and we woke up with like a half hour to go, which was fine because then I just packed them up and took off. And then I came home and, tried to pre-clean so I could fit in this room. But I see you. I love you. And I will get back to you soon. This goes for any of you, please. If I see your messages and I don't respond to you, just please, I'm the type to get into my feelings about things like that, but I'm the worst because I do it. But I swear it's not on purpose. Regina says, doing chores while I watch, of course. See, this is the problem. If I did more chores while I was watching things like YouTube, then maybe I would not be in this predicament. However, I can't clean this room when the kids are here. So that's why today is happening. Everyone saying hello. Kaz is here. Hi, Deanne, chatters, and lurkers. Hello, everyone. Sandra says, looking forward to seeing these. Rolf is here. Hello, happy Friday to you. Sandra says, I've had to sell some of my decks, unfortunately. Oh, I hate to hear that. I am sorry. Donna says, sounds like things you weren't really wanting to let go. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's never fun. I've thought, again, I always mention Yoga Tarot, which is coming out mass market, or it is out mass market. So now I don't even know if the indie would sell as well. But that one I don't feel like a really strong connection to, which is weird because even other decks I don't feel a really strong connection to. I'm like, oh, I'm not getting rid of that though. It's just strange. But anyway, I've mentioned that before, but I've also, over the past year, thought about Spolia Tarot, which it's not real. I'm not really getting rid of it. But I'm like, dang, that is going for a grip online right now. But no, I've soldiered on. And I love the Spolia despite its cereal box cardstock. So anyway, that mediumship deck, was that before? I don't think so. I think I've been really good about not putting things on the shelf, on the cube shelves. But the issue with that is, I'm so sorry about this light. I don't know what I can do about it. Let me know if it's really bad and I'll try to figure something out. Anyway, what was I saying? I've tried to be really good about not putting things in the cube shelves. And so I just have stacks on the floor and we're going to do our best. But then the other thing is when I go downstairs, I grab a bunch of decks and I put them in a bag and I take them down. And then when I come back up, I either leave it in the bag or I make stacks on the floor because it's a mix. And then the stacks on the floor become old and new things. How exciting. Why am I like this? Okay. Anyway. Oh, vet bills. Oh, yes. And you know what? Fur babies do come first because I came home from dropping the kids off and instead of coming right in here, my cat, my sweet little Savannah cat, Fiona, she's not really mine. I mean, she was Ryan's and now she's our family cat, of course. She was walking around meowing and I just pretend that it's sad. And I'm like, okay, I'll sit on the couch with you while I finish my coffee. And then that way I knew she would get cozy on my lap and then I could slide out and come clean and then she'd be cozy over there instead of over here, clawing at the door. See, even when the kids are away for the day, you still have to do things. Me? I did not used to sit on a ball. I have 2 floor pillows that I'm sitting on right now, plus another fancy pillow that I got for my neck that I hate, that I use to also sit on sometimes because my back gets messed up. So I need to pull that over here probably too, but it's just hard to reach. Oh, let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm getting desperate for a new deck, but can't find anything. It's all oracles or theme-related decks these days. Interesting. Does anyone have a suggestion for Robin? I've probably not bought one. I've backed a couple Kickstarters, artists that I'm familiar with, things like that. I just got an update that said Alienware something center has been updated. Is that normal? I don't know what that means. Okay. I've backed Cerulean Sequence by James R. Eads, as well as some Sarah Kathleen decks. And she's going to have another one launching soon, which I will also back. But anyway, I don't remember if Everybody's Tarot, because this has been a standby for me. I don't remember if this was before. This was after Vela. Yeah, I don't feel like this was in that list over there. Might have to check. Nothing terrible is going to happen if I'm wrong. But, you know. But anyway, while we're talking about this deck, it has like the 10 or 20 bonus oracle cards in it, remember? And I've used this a few times online when I've done readings, like very rarely. And some of you were asking about it. And after she ships her current campaign, which is like this week, then she's going to launch this as a mini. I think maybe you'll be able to get the regular size too, but the bonus oracles will only come with a mini because she promised with this campaign that those oracles would only be exclusive to this. And so she's kind of going back on it, but she's like, not really though, because I'm only making it available in the mini version. Because she's like, now I just use these so much together that the deck wouldn't feel complete to me without them. And I agree. So anyway, just some of you were had been interested about that, and I posted in my group page that information, and then also her current campaign, and then this one will go again in a mini version here soon, next week or so. So anyway, keep an eye on that. She's in the UK. If that's something you are interested in. Rolf is agreeing about the oracles and theme related stuff. So think about what could we get Robin? All right, let's just start this because I don't know. I don't know. This is so hard, even with you all here, but this is why. Oh. Oh, wait. See, my comments are like loading fast like they were last time. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. Zane says, I just got the Green Glyphs Tarot the other day. It has been on my wish list forever, and I finally went for it. I haven't had a chance to dig into it yet, but I'm excited to work with it. I love that. One of the things I have sitting over here is the Green Glyphs box set, and that is one of the things on our list today. Tammy Pie says, Robin, did you get that new Thoth deck? I think it starts with M. Tom Benjamin has been showing it a bunch. Interesting. Good suggestion. Sandra says, I haven't backed any Kickstarters at all. I wanted the Winnie the Pooh Tarot, but was not able to get it. They're doing the Tigger one now. I did see the run of the Tigger one. I thought about those, but I wasn't ever like super into it. And then I thought, you know, there's kind of other things sort of on my list. Yeah. Tammy Pie says that deck will be available later, Sandra, don't worry. And that's what I try to tell myself too. Like, someone's going to be posting it like for second sale on a Facebook group, maybe brand new, maybe lightly used. Like, I just try to tell myself, like, it's not going to disappear from the world. Like, I could buy it a year from now, you know? And most of the time, those things aren't going to like skyrocket. It just, I mean, at least within that first year cycle, typically. Robin says, Tammy Pie, I'm not really a Thothster. I always end up drawn to indie Etsy decks put out by nobodies. The more eclectic, the better. That is true. Oh yes, Green Glyphs box set was a Xmas gift, she says. Robin says, I got the mini Wisdom of Pooh and ordered a Peanuts deck, Charlie Brown, but more for nostalgia's sake. I know I'll never use them. Okay. Let's just start with what's on the shelf and do a quick recap because I have stuck a couple things up there, even though I know, like I said, we kind of went through that before. It would have been like maybe September 2022. Don't know. Okay, so what we have up here is different than the Pulp Tarot. We have the Pulp of Tarot by Sean Simmons. I don't know which is the front. Alex gifted me this. Anyway, let's not show cards because or at least not yet. I don't know. Let's see how we get on before we start doing that craziness. So officially starting everything since Vela at 12:23 probably. This is who knows what. Oh, Pulp Expansion. So that same deck, Pulp of Tarot by Sean Simmons. So now this is a bit like things happening. Saucy alert. These are all extras, expansion packs for that. Oh, super graphic nudity alert. So it's a very naughty expansion. Don't mind me getting giggly. Okay, so this is not typically my sort of thing. But for some reason, I mean, it has the friend connection because Alex sent it along to me. And because I was interested in the sort of mix of things, this was pre-Alimens, right? So it's like a chaos deck or magpie. The border alignments on that deck. Yeah, they're all crazy. And I don't know, it's just kind of messy. Like some go almost to the edge. I mean, that's kind of cool, yeah. Yeah, they're very some kind of fade out. Anyway, you get the idea. It's, it's all mixy, but the backs are the same. They look like this. So anyway, this is the expansion of that, the Pulp of Tarot. Glad I got the one is I never liked Tigger. He's too high strung. Okay. I'm not going to stop at everything. Please, you all feel free to chat, but if I miss anything, just let me know. Yes, Alex was super into this. Glad I got the first one as I never liked Tigger. He's too high strung for a tarot for me, but I don't like the gilding or cardstock of the Wisdom of Pooh. Okay. And the tin is a struggle to open. Okay, so I feel, yes, illustrations are excellent. I kind of feel the same way, and I'm just too scaredy to say it, but that's kind of how I feel about Tigger. It's like so much stress for me. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's how I feel. Vanessa's here. Hello. Thank you for hanging out with us. This is my first time on your live. I'm getting ready, lurking. Hi, Sandra, Spirit of Avalon, Robin, Toadstool Tarot. So lovely to have you here. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so far we're 2 decks in. This is why I don't get anything done, even when I'm kid-free for a day. And I'm like, I will do things. I feel like what happened is that Free Shot Friday, and no, I'm overamped, but we'll see. Speaking of aliments, a lot of bouncing. Okay, we're not taking them out. Aliments. I've never made this into my own, chosen the majors. I'm going to use all of this. Whenever I use it, I just grab some out and shuffle up and pull some out. I think right when I got it, I took every card out and used it that way. I mean, I've looked at every card, but you know what I mean. Since that first week, probably, I have just grabbed a paw full and used them. I love the Elements Tarot. I'm all about it. Then we have carrot cards. I've shown these before and they're so cute. I got these secondhand on a Facebook site. So when I say that, I mean Tim and Allen's marketplace is really good. I'm in a tarot oracle out of print something or other. Um, anyway, carrot cards, they're really cute. They're like little like pencil sketches. I don't know, but they're adorable. Making Magic. These are going to be from Rockpool. This is like a little sigils deck. Star Seeds, another Rockpool little pocket deck. Arcana of Astrology by Clara Goodchild of Black and the Moon. Now I have the other one of these, Compendium of Constellations. I believe this was the first one. So Compendium is over in the cube shelves, and this is like the original, the first edition of that deck. This I also got secondhand. It's called like the Orchid deck or something. Living Tree Orchid Essences. I don't know. This deck's crazy. This came in a bundle. This is how I remember. This is how I ended up with this. They're just like this. I don't know. Some of them have these. Okay, so this is like a. I don't know. Like a spread, maybe? But anyway, each card, I call this a couch deck, right? If it has a big long thing to read on the back, I call it a couch deck because you can just sit there with a deck and no book. And this probably doesn't make sense for other people, but with a Vela climbing all over you and you want to protect a thing, you can't have a deck and a book. You can just have one. So I don't know if that would even make sense. But anyway, you get the idea. This little orchid deck came in a bundle. It's so fun to get a bundle. I love Eeyore too. Pooh is formative from my childhood. I love Eeyore. I have like a bin full of stuffed Eeyores upstairs. I love Tigger's bounciness. It's a vibe. Yeah, see, and I don't dislike Tigger, but Robin said it very well that I just don't want that energy in a tarot. And as soon as I say it, I'm like, no, it would be fine. But that is the reason that I'm not like super all about it. But it also like bothered my brain that the first one didn't have him in it. And I'm like, well, I don't want that one. It doesn't have Tigger, even though it's not like my favorite part. Because I thought I still want it to be a complete thing. This is my brain, and that's why I probably don't have that deck. Yeah, carrot cards, good stuff. Sandra, you should. I think they're just so cool. Plus, you never know. People might want to be nosy and see what you have and don't have, and then maybe get you things. I don't know. I remember your couch decks. Yeah. Mine definitely was in parts. So that's what I was going to say earlier. We all did a live sort of my decks together, and then I did the pre-recorded, like, these are my oracles. I think I have like part 1 and part 2. These are my tarots. There might be 2 or 3 parts to that. And then the first one I did actually was like Lenormand, Fortune, astrology, like whatever other like random others, which is kind of my favorite category. I don't know. Yeah, and I think it's fun too to see, Sandra, like what you have, because a lot of people's collections change. Mine just keeps growing. But Lisa Pepez did it in maybe a dozen different parts. Yeah, she probably beat me. But anyway, yeah, it's fun. I don't know. It's a fun thing to do, I think. And it doesn't have to be, you could do one month and one another month. Like, I don't know, take a page out of my book and just show up whenever and do things really slowly. Okay. Tarot of Gemstones and Crystals. This one I happen to remember I bought probably, you'll remember me saying when Vela was like a newborn, those first 2 months, at 2 months and after, then the whole drama happened. So just to kind of put in reference, those first 2 months when I was up in the middle of the night, holding her, we played this, like, not a trivia game, but I listed like A to Z. Like each night I did like, the first 7, the second 7, whatever. And each letter was a prompt and I posted them in my group. And some of you were kind enough to play back and like post your answers at like sort of like Tarot Tubers A to Z, but I just did it on my Facebook group so that I would have something to do, like stay awake holding her, because you're not supposed to sleep while you're holding an infant, right? So I'd get Vela to sleep and then I would like type with my one hand. We played that like alphabet game. And then also I was buying some decks. And this is one of those that I bought like in the middle of the night from the old shop where I used to work. I keep saying I'm not going to show, and then I do. But this one has a little story to it. So I colored the sides, and I had ordered some like Thieves essential oil spray from the shop. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get myself a little crystal deck. And I wanted to see how these lined up with the Philip Hermit Crystal Tarot. They're very different associations. And this is very different because it's just a picture of the crystal and the name of the card. Whereas the Philip Hermit one is like pip style, but gives like some ambiance. So you can kind of, read into it a bit. Whereas this one's more just a thing and a thing and a thing. Does that make sense? Anyway. Wouldn't delete them or they might be useful for people. Hold on. Don't delete anything. What's happening? Sandra says her collection has changed quite a bit. Collection video would be great, says Rolf. Okay, here we go. I'm feeling a little guilty about some of my old walkthroughs for decks I no longer have. Wondering, should I delete them? They might still work for newbies when I find them. Oh, don't delete. My vote is don't delete them, because we want to see all the stages of Robin. Yeah, no guilty. Those decks are out living their best life somewhere. Yes, and the walkthrough is still great. And I think it's still great to just look back and see how you felt at that time. It's okay if it changed. It's not, I'm desperate not to delete anything. Tom's back. Yes. Okay. Which Facebook group should I join if I'm looking for a certain deck? Tim and Alan's, they do an ISO. My good friend Jennifer King, all I could think was her name in chats. So Tim and Alan's, I don't know if it's called like Tarot Marketplace or something. And then I'm in like, I think it's called like Tarot Oracle out of Rent, something or other. Okay, my chat is weird again. Hold on. Don't delete them. Don't delete them. No, don't delete. I watch old videos all the time. Yeah, yes, I do too. I go back and I just binge and I'm like, what happened during this month? I didn't watch any of these Robin videos. And then I just watch them all at one time. Sometimes you'll know that I'm there because I comment like all throughout the video. I'll be on a Sandra video and it's like a minute in and I'm like, OMG, I love your nails. And then minute 5.5, I'm like, oh, I thought about this deck. It's pretty cool, . And then at 10 minutes, more comments. And then your video is going to get boosted. All these people are going to see it because of my manic commenting. Okay, Gerald has shown up because I put him up. Look at that little lurker. I love that Gerald comes in like 45 minutes later with just like he's probably been here the whole time. Howdy all, on a phone so I can't tag. No problem. Tammy Pie says, yeah, that's the best one. You are welcome. Are we friends on Facebook? Because then you can see like what I'm into. Okay, let's move on. I am being so ridiculous. There's that. Speaking of Jennifer King, this is not her bag, but one of our mutual friends who I gave the mini 1889 to, Maricel, she made this bag. And Tarot Echo, or no, Oracle of Echoes. Yeah. With these backs. Whenever I buy decks from her, she's like, I'm sorry, I don't have the box. All I have is this gorgeous bag to send you instead. Girl, you know I hate tuck boxes anyway. Beautiful. I'm not supposed to be showing these. That Anatorian, huh? Just amazing. Just amazing. Okay. So there's that. Bought this secondhand from my friend. Then the Synchronicity Oracle. I love this. I love it. This was the first. This deck always makes me think of Brian from The Blushing Nerd, because this is the first video I saw of his, and it's just always in my brain. Oh my gosh. Card party. Sorry for all the noise. Okay. Something that I think is strange is that why wouldn't they make the backs like the same color scheme as this? Right? Like, what's that about? Look at this, like, kind of old, I don't know, it's like old-timey, like 70s. Can't we have that? I mean, it's fine. I don't care that much. And I think it's because the color scheme on this side is not this. Could it have been? Or did they want to go more bold because of the color symbolism? I don't know. But anyway, this is a fun little deck. I like to get this out occasionally and play with my other hex decks, like, oh, that's funny. I mean, like hexagram, like Kelly's Journey stuff. I just hit myself in the face. It was Free Shop Friday. I'm sure you can't tell. Anyway, I lay these out, and then you're supposed to like see what falls next to each other. That doesn't work because it's in the back. Right, and you just draw connections from these symbols, like what lands next to each other. Do you get a lot of aliens coming up in one? So on and so forth. I also love casting charms on these because then it's like a symbol and a symbol. Yeah. But yeah, the box is kind of crazy. They're just floating around in there, which is why they flew out when I opened the box. Okay. Maria Prena. Anyway, it's at Studio Artemy. This is the Opal Omen. It's called, like, I mean, it's called Fortuna Tarot Deck, but I feel like there's many names associated with this, but it's the one person, the artist. Her name is Maria, and this is from Studio Artemy. There's like the emerald and the amethyst, and her latest thing was Arcanum Vitae, which is like a Lenormand plus. There's also the orbs, like the Moon Mansions deck. Anyway. Oh, things are falling. So Wanderlight Tarot, this tiny little thing, this was secondhand and I love it a lot. I believe this does go over here. I think this is after Vela. I'm only hesitating because there was one or two decks I had forgotten in the collection videos, and I put it in a comment on that video or something. I know Liz commented and I replied to it saying like that I forgot I don't know, like archetypes or something, but I don't think this was one that I forgot. So this is kind of on the fence, but I think it was after. Um, oh, the journey cards. Yes, they're amazing. Oh, yes, I will show a couple. Oh yeah, I feel like that's a good one. That's a good one for you. Hey, just in case I'm ever on Hershey's scavenger, I was gonna say something. Um, just in case I'm ever on scavenger hunt, that's a good one to remember. There's just like loads of stuff. Anyway, yes, I feel like you would like that. I never understand why card backs are rarely the same as the scheme on the fronts. See, those like that cobalt blue more so matched like the primary colors on the cards, but just like the box and the book and stuff. You know what I mean? You would think it was like those softer ones. I don't know. It's weird. I had to look it up. Lots of fake joyful journey decks. Looks like Merry Melodies, kind of. What is happening? Hmm. Okay, Robin likes to see some. Dan does it. I love it. Oh no, what? This is so crazy about. Um, what do I do? Oh, comment throughout a video. Thanks for support. Robin says, I feel bad about former channel hosts who have deleted all their old content. It remains forever useful to people. Yeah, it really does. I've been on the hunt for Joyful Journey. Okay, here we go. I don't know what that's about, but the pearls are making me realize I'm underdressed for this video. I threw these on because they were in the way on my table, and I was moving things around like a maniac, and I threw these on because there was no place to put them. That's how cramped I am in this little space. Okay, Liz is making a fresh pot. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so we're at this. So this one, the fronts are, okay, the backs are gorgeous, okay? And the coral color on the side is also gorgeous. And the fronts are all of this same solid color. It's really light beige, like slightly peachy. Ace of Keys. So the card fronts are like this iridescent gold foil on like a peachy background. King of Talismans. Probably not really for you, Robin. The Seeker. So that's what those look like. And I do really enjoy this deck. It's very simple, even the majors. So this is like pips plus simple majors, which really might not be great for people. But like the King of Keys as a gate, I just really like the vibe of this. But I did really want her Arcanum Vitae because the cards are not all the same color. They're like ombre, dark rainbow with foil. So I mean I wanted it for other reasons, but I was excited that the card fronts were not all samey on that one. And we will get to that. I bought an extra one and I don't know if that's the extra or if that's mine. But I have one sitting right here. We'll get to momentarily. Yeah, the edging is super gorgeous. Gold's pretty hard for me to see. Yeah, it's not really the easiest for me to see either, to be honest. And my eyesight's pretty good. So then here we have the Ananda Tarot. And I wanted this for a super long time. And I thought I had, hold on. Did I get two versions of this? I think so, because this book is in English. Okay, so I think I had Ananda before and it's over there. And then I bought English Ananda. Is that a thing? And it's in here. And this bag came from the Liz Landis Prism Tarot. But I think this is the Ananda deck. And let's just see, I guess, if it's English. Yeah, okay, that's what happened. So, this is my favorite. I mean, I love this deck a lot. I first saw this on Dustin's channel years ago, and I bought the German one, which is lovely, but I love it so much that when I saw the English one come up, I kind of had to have it. It's sort of like ghostly, and it has spears, which I love. Isn't that amazing? Like Ancestor Empress. Princess of Swords. Flames for Wands. Just so pretty. It's really like calming to me. Anyway. Okay. Tuck this back in here. And that's a AGM deck, both of them, the English and the German. Tie up this little bag. Okay, I'm gonna have to get up now, I think. Don't mind me. Ow. Oh, I didn't show Wanderlight really. I just blabbed about it. So let's put this up here. I think this was after Vela. Came in a secondhand bundle. Telling you, it's just a way to go. Husband texting. Let's see what he says. Okay. Boop. Let's check the chat. I don't have an appropriate candelabra to go with that deck or a lace tablecloth, right? It does feel like that. True, true. Okay. Moving on to the next shelf. This is a journal for Mindscapes, which is here. This is a majors only. I think this person is working on a full deck, which I would love to have. It's super beautiful. I showed one of these. Oh no, maybe I didn't. I had a bonus when me and Chris, where's Chris, by the way? Messaged him earlier. Hopefully he's all right. Okay. The Great Work. This was a bonus card that I was going to show when me and Chris did major favorites. But then I did not because we were going way over. But anyway, I love like the different colored borders. I mean, aside from the incredible artwork. Yeah, and maybe if I hold them up together, you can see like how the borders sort of match the card vibe. Yeah. It's really pretty. Rolf, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you have a great weekend. Yes, this one is really beautiful. I would dearly love for some channel hosts to do a walkthrough of all their majors only decks. I have a few, I think. I have a Lost Forest. Open Face times 2. This is called Mindscapes, and it's a 2022 copyright by JAR, like initials, Studio in New York. And you can go to jarstudionyc.com. It's Jason Rice. Yeah, Mindscapes, a tarot panorama by, John. I'm sorry, I said Jason. John A. Rice. The backs look like this. So yeah, I don't know. There may be copies available. It's really, really pretty. Death is interesting. There's like just broken down things and like a cannon, but in this like really beautiful thing. Oh, well, the indie edition is sold out. A mass market version will hit the shelves in spring 2025. That's great. That's great. Just really perfect. The lovers card, okay, it just shows one person like standing under a little pavilion type thing, gazebo maybe, and like see the figure up there and like you're gonna walk up the stairs. Isn't that perfect? Because it still shows the choice too. Like, are you gonna walk up there? Ugh. And it's a blue crescent moon. The high priestess, so awesome, like this, like a fair tent. Oh. Okay. Anyway, gorgeous. I wonder if the mass market is the full deck. I've not been following up on these things, clearly. Okay, so this movie's up. I don't think there was a reason it was, except for it doesn't fit, so that's why. Crystal reading cards. This came in a secondhand bundle. Liminal Spirits Oracle. Pretty. Ooh, it's a mystery bag. Yeah, I do prefer a full deck because I can always pull the majors out, right? Like, are you all ready for me to talk about Veronica Jude and Majors on Majors spread? The Great Lakes Oracle from my amazing state of Michigan. The Great Lakes are a majestic collective of freshwater energy that emerged from the Ice Age. This deck of oracle cards will help you take a leap into the cold water where you will explore the lakes at a vibrational energy level. Discover which Great Lakes oracle card will light up your soul like the northern lights. So on and so forth. Written by Colleen Footet, illustrated by Sarah Palmer. The Mariner, Forest, Copper, Tugboat, Freighter, MA, that's fine. We're just done with one shelf of what I'm doing. So it's great to see you as always. Christmas Tree Ship. I mean, do you have a deck that has a Christmas Tree Ship card? What now, Hershey? The Great Lakes. driftwood. These are large cards. It's nice cardstock, but like not what I'd call like super shuffleable. Northern Lights. Taquamenon Falls. Tom, don't give her any ideas. Fucking Christmas tree shit. Oh, a Lighthouse Keeper. I need to let this play with Kelly's Nellie's deck. Lighthouse. A fishing net. Pictured rocks. Okay, you get the idea. Okay. The book is really nice. Smells good. The Gales of November. It's good stuff. Okay. The original Arthur Rackham Oracle, second edition. This was one of those things, also secondhand, that I found after kind of keeping an eye out for a long time. Navigation, magnetism, providence, anonymous benefactors. Anxiety, shadow, so on and so forth. Ascension. Yes, Emma, long time no see. We miss you. Backs look like this. Okay. Slow Tarot. Got it secondhand. Page of Coins. Oops. Guess I'm not going to like set it down in a pile. Some of the people in this deck are not my favorite thing. Like the vibe, I don't know, some of it's like a little like too realistic maybe, or I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of creepy to me in some ways, but I loved enough of the cards that I went for it. I haven't used it a ton, honestly. Look at the strength though. Talk about formal. She is ready. It's just, I don't know. The Tower. It's a very interesting deck. World. Oh, yeah, and it has alternate world, which I love too. But the planets are in both of them. You can tell that that was really important, you know. The aces are borderless. It's a really full, like rich feeling. It's by Lacey Bryant, by the way. The box is like perfect, in case you're wondering. New Era Elements. Love this. Here's one, not even opened, still has the wrap on it. Oracle of Ascendance. This I might have gotten Cards of Time and Oracle of Ascendance. I bought these during like my devastation of 2022 and haven't opened them. And I feel like there's something to say about that. I don't know. It's like a these were definitely a stress buy, and I just haven't gotten into them. I was like, I will open these when I'm able to get back on YouTube and show my friends. So we'll save these for a different day. Um, Speaking of unopened, Lucine Tarot, the white and the black. So they're called Twilight and Midnight, and then the Destiny deck, The Art of Tarot. I have read this book, which is beautiful. These are all by Lisa Santine. I just have not gotten into them. Have not had a ton of time. Have lots of decks still over there in the cubes that I'm rotating through, and these came like really late. I thought I was out of luck getting these because I had backed them, but then my Gmail was full. This was like a couple years ago. Um, well, after Vela, clearly, but they almost were like not sent because like she couldn't get through to me. And I emailed her and I'm like, hey, I just realized like my account is full. I couldn't think during this time because again, devastation. Um, and she's like, oh, it's no problem. I have your name right here. And she sent them along. So I love Lisa Santine and I love these. These are similar to like the Opal Omen that I had shown with like the foiling. They're kind of like that style. I have this little light visions. I had to look at the back. I wanted to say darkness of light, but I don't even have that, and that's not it. Light visions in a tin, so like a mini version from James R. Eads. I have the other two things that go with this. One's right here. I got all three. So here's Oracle, Cosmo Visions Oracle, and then I also have Prisma Visions in a tin. Just don't know where it is. Floating around here somewhere. This is why we're here today. And this one is a Wild Moon Lunar Phase deck. And I got this also secondhand. Do they get the difference between greeting cards and your serious cards? Oh, okay. My gosh. Do you find generally that you can read a new deck right out of the box, or you have to get to know the images first? I can read it right out of the box. I like to get to know the images first, but sometimes, like depending on the day, I'll just crack it open and pull some out. Yeah, I would love to just sit in here and luxuriate over everything. Just don't super get the chance to a lot, but um, I do like. I typically do like a monthly deck, and then maybe a different one for weeks in that month. Like, okay, so my monthly deck is going to be like my daily draw deck, and then my weekly will be like, okay, I'm going to use this other deck for my Monday to Friday outlook or something like that. And the point of me saying that is that that's the way that I typically like get to know those images, and I do find it's like a richer experience by the end of that week or that month or whatever. No worries, Sandra. The Oracle of Ascendancy is kind of like flashcards of symbolism, like planets and astrology signs. Love to hear that. I'm, don't know a lot about either one of them. I just saw them and was like, stressed by. What do your kids make of Mommy Reads Cards? Do they know what it's all about, or do they just think you like pictures or playing games? Max knows. So Vela just thinks it's like, she has like little flashcards or math cards, things like that, words, colors. So she doesn't really know what it's all about. But I mean, I tell her like when I go down on a Sunday, when I go downstairs to the studio, I'm like, okay, it's Mommy's tarot time. So like we say that word and everything. And they know this is my tarot room. So I think Vela just thinks that they are like toys. Like she has her, you know, deck of cards that she can demolish out there in the house. And that these are mommy's special cards that she can't touch. There's a bungee cord on the door to get in here because once again, Vela's a very different child than Max was. And while I could just tell him that's mommy's room when we don't go in there without me, um, Vela does not care about a rule I give. So it's corded shut. Max more fully knows. He actually he pulled cards for Chris. Might have been Monday night during his bedtime routine. We set him a glide because his tarot cards had been in the playroom up on his special shelf, and we're kind of revamping the playroom right now. So I'm like, let's put your tarot cards in your dresser, and then we can start like reading them more at night because we haven't really. It has been probably a couple years since he and I had really like gotten into them. We used to like pull a card and like read it at night and stuff like that when we were reading books and things. So he knows that they are like for stories and to possibly like get an insight, but I don't know if he knows like beyond that, like fully what I use them for. To kind of help people and give people ideas is kind of probably what he would say. Donna said I back those mini decks also. I have Prisma Visions in a tin. I just love his stuff. Do they get the difference between greeting cards and your serious cards? Oh yeah. Yep, totally. Donna says I don't have the full size ones. I wish, like now that Hay House is coming out with but I'm glad I have the James R. Eads stuff in both sizes because I use them for layering. For Hay House decks, I have them all in like one cube, I believe. I wish like some of those I could just like instantly turn into pocket decks, but anyway, it's whatever. It's whatever. I like to get used to a deck. Sorry, I'm thinking like used decks, and so that tripped me up. I like to get used to a deck a little bit, or at least shuffle it for a few times. Yeah, it just, again, sort of depends. Some decks will come and they will sit on the shelf for months. Some decks will come and I'll have 5 minutes where like the kids are occupied and I'll just like slice it open and shuffle, 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 have like 5 minute silent time, not silent, but tune out time over at the wet bar. And like on a Thursday when Chris is having everyone pull cards, like I'll pull cards over at the wet bar and the kids are like out watching TV or something. And so yeah, that's like a time, like if I get a new deck and it's sitting out there and then Chris is live, then I might use that deck during his stuff. That makes sense. I don't buy my decks dinner or anything first. I just open the box and start slinging cards. Some of mine marinate for months and some of mine get, popped open day one. So we had left off with these moon phase cards. This is another what I'd call like a couch deck. This does have a book or no? No, it doesn't. So these have different moons. And then on the reverse side, you have all of your info. And I use these less with the real timing of the moon. And then, but I use these more of like, okay, I'm going to draw this card today. It doesn't matter what the moon phase is outside. It's dark moon, sacred possibility. And so I'm supposed to use this energy now. That's how I use them, less like alter things for actual timing of what's going on, but you could do that as well. Oh, no, sorry. No, that's why I'm here hanging out, having a great time. Do the kids wonder why mommy does cards, but daddy doesn't? Not really. Max has seen me draw cards for Ryan occasionally. Ryan will say, hey, draw me a card for whatever thing. It's just like Ryan plays guitar and I don't. Someday, I hope by my 50th birthday, one of my bucket list items is to secretly take guitar lessons, though Ryan knows about this plan. But again, to secretly take guitar lessons and then like surprise him and just be like fucking amazing. Like do some slash solo. Just would be so cool. Sip sip. Okay. I do have a few that I feel require more study that I haven't even shuffled yet. There are definitely those decks. So, and I'll just use them like, what's it called? Spirit Keepers, Benabel one. There's a wealth of information there that I don't know. Like, I don't know all that symbolism. It's a beautiful deck, and I use it and I pull it and I use what I know, like from the name of the card, right? Yeah, there are others. That's what comes to mind. Does Max ask mommy to draw cards for him since seeing daddy yesterday? No, he hasn't. I don't think. I don't think he has. Okay, so there's shelf 2. And I guess let's move. Sorry, Ring. Sorry. Move some of these. Oh, here's the other. Here's the Prisma to go with these other 10s. Then we have the Rose Oracle Pocket Edition. I don't have the full size of this, and that's fine with me. This is one of those, like, I don't buy a ton from Hay House, but I did buy one for the cousin. It's my cousin's wife, actually, where the kids are today. And I mean, it's my cousin as well, but like, she is the one watching the kids today. I bought her one of these and took it to her today. And I got myself one while I was buying her one. She loves roses. And I was like, I don't know, it was like $7 or something. So I threw one in as well. It's kind of the same color scheme as the other Campbell Noel decks. It's still sealed. Haven't looked at it. That might be like the most recent thing I've purchased that's not a Kickstarter. Here is Nellie's Precious Little Backs. This is Kelly's deck. That is playing card Tarot Lenormand all in one. It's incredible. They are marked for things like the majors to distinguish from like Lenormand cards, like the major moon and the major star, as opposed to star and moon in the Lenormand. Here's the ship, of course. This I haven't used as much as I would like. Just, again, not a ton of time. And this is one I would like to make a big spread, like grand tableau kind of thing with. Haven't been doing a lot of that because, again, when I do have time, I just come in here and grab 1 or 2 decks, like my monthly and weekly, and I put them out at the wet bar with my my Benabel One planner. Oh, Sandra has the full-size Rose Oracle. Somebody said recently in a video, it's okay to just go ahead and read with the deck, even if you don't dive into all the layers. Yeah, and that's, and that's what I do, for the couple that I have. It's like, well, someday I would love to do this, but I'm just not going to dive in, so I'm going to leave it there. Like, I just more so, grab something and use it when I have the chance. Kelly's Nelly. Somewhere around here, I have the mini of this. That happened. Okay, it might be this. Or is this? It's right here. Oh, look. What am I doing? Boop. So cute. A teacup. It was going to be the mini minors at first, I think, to be like just a playing card. deck, and people were like, why don't you just put the majors and everything in? And so she did after harassment. I'd go along with that. You can add layers when you're ready, and I don't think they dismiss what you might get from the first layer approach. Right. Plus, there's always, you can always just add things on intuitively, like when you use it. You know what I mean? Just see what comes out. Yes, Workulite and Starseed, and they have a lot of similarities. Exactly. I just got it because I knew I was going to buy her that deck for like a long time, and it was on like super sale. So that was a cool one I didn't get. Wow. I know, I'm sorry. Robin says, I tend to mostly ignore astrology, numerology, and Kabbalah. I'm just not there yet or in any hurry to be. Right. And there's no, it's just whatever. Let's tuck these up here because we want all the room we can get, right? These are not new. Hawaiian Lenormand, Jonathan's deck. Was that after? I don't know. This one I don't know about. I'll have to check my list. I'll set it right here. These two are definitely older. There's a lot here, y'all. I don't know if we're going to do this all today because at some point I'm going to have to eat. Oh, Richie is on in like 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh, Maureen from Waves of Your Soul. I love her, by the way. She is so funny. She was talking about the Alchemical Tarot by Robert M. Place. Okay. Yep. Fun fact, I don't have any Robert M. Place decks. I'm just not really into them. Is that weird? There's a thing I don't like. Fatima, hello. Thank you for hanging out with us. Okay. Also, let's shove these back because there's way more room if I do this. Please hold. Robert M. Place, but you don't like RWS either, right? I do like RWS. I just have a lot of other things. But no, I do. I like RWS, and I have a couple right here I can show you, actually. I need to do like my RWS collection, like just literally only like Pixie's artwork and artwork redone kind of thing. What is this though first? This might be part of this situation. This is, what is this? I have no idea what this is. It's a Lenormand deck in order. Hold on. Does someone I know make this? It's not really in order. Okay. Did this come in a bundle? Did I buy this secondhand? It's not. Wait, is it Richie's? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. So in the beginning of my tarot journey, Debbie, show it. It's Richie's deck. Called the Summer Lenormand. Yeah. Just when I started, when I opened it, it was on the Stork, and this just really did not ring a bell. And this image threw me off the whole thing. I was like, what is this? Okay. So in the beginning, way back when I was like 14, 15, I had the yellow box Rider Waite and I loved that deck. That's all I had at the time. And then I had a big separation from tarot just because of life. And then when I came back to it, I was like, I'm not really feeling that, like, just the colors. I'm like, this is just not my favorite thing. And then I learned that there's all these other options. And so then everything took off from there. And so then it was kind of a while before I really used RWS. But now I've like reintegrated it. I would say probably in like 2018 when I started getting into like Lenormand decks and stuff too. Um, I got, is it called Pixies Lenormand? Uh, Something comes in a tin. Pixies Astounding Lenormand. That deck in that color scheme, but with Pixies art, it's like taken out. It's like zoomed in images. I can't reach it or I would show you. That deck made me like re-fall in love with Pixie's artwork, not just because it was like the tarot deck I had, but because I really felt tied to that. So that Pixie's Astounding Lenormand gets full credit, like 90% credit for making me like re-embrace that. Even though when I did get back into tarot, I did buy a yellow box day one. So it was still foundational, but I just wanted other things. She is the one who has clued me into some great French decks, which I can get now that I'm living in France. Oh, that's a great point. She is just so hilarious. The Mystery Lenormand. Okay, so this is Richie's. Maybe this, yeah, this wasn't in my original. I think Jonathan and Richie's came at the same time for my birthday. I get friend decks from MPSC. I think I'm going to go ahead and say those are both over here kind of things. These are old. These I section off and send to Ellie group people. Where can I even put these? Oh my gosh. No, Pokemon cards are falling. So many things. Okay. Don't know what's supposed to go in there. This is the Everybody's Lenormand or Everybody's Tarot that I showed at the very beginning. Let's put those up here because I think those came after. Here's some extra books in a case. This is my grandma's little card case. Love. It's like filthy. It's got coffee or like chocolate on the back of it. Put that up here. Some random books. A little Midia Lenormand pouch, but no deck in it. Who knows? Who knows? Yes, the ghost bag is so cute. Alleyman's book. Oh, treasure. This is... Oh, these were when I was doing like lyrical readings for my clients, like in my friend family client group, where I sit in here and listen to music and draw cards and then I send them. Oh, there's her name. This is what I was doing when I wasn't on YouTube. She won't mind that I show that. So no, those bins are not full of decks. Those have other random things in them and they're only sitting up there to block light. Anyway, this just has random. Oh, what is that? Oh, Chris Mary L. Like Zoom info. Okay, hold on. These don't go up here. These can go here. Mystical Tarot of the Saints by Psychic Nate. This person was on with like Gerald and Jamie. I'm relieved for you. Yeah, the floor is just holding everything. This one I was kind of surprised by myself. I ordered it like during their live. But he was talking about how it's not like, it's really not like a Christian based deck. It's about how to use the saints in like this non-denominational way. And I shouldn't say use them, to call on them and use like those energies. And the book is really interesting. It has a lot of like step-by-step magical use for the cards. It's really cool. I'm reading it. That's what I'm reading at night. So the guidebook is upstairs because I'm just reading through the whole thing. Cosmovision's Oracle. What is this? Okay, so these are the mystery cards from the like the mystery card from each edition of Prismavisions. There's always a question mark card and it's different each time, and now I have all of them because I got it with back in that deck. I don't know where I started. And then these are like the art cards. So those are going to stay here. Oh yeah, a set of 22 art cards, a meditation on past lives. I mean, that's a way to just reel me in. So that will go here. Tea leaf fortune cards. I love these a lot. And this is one of the first things I bought after Vela was born. Wasn't Prismavisions pre-Vela? Yes, but the Cosmovisions Oracle was not. I think it arrived. I think I backed it before she was born. I think it arrived after. But no, it's over there. I see my 3 regular sizes over there. Dang, Robin, you might be right. So I think the tins, the small ones, came after. So those are over here. But those art cards, I don't know. I mean, it's just the art cards, so maybe it doesn't matter, but I'm going to move them. I think you might be right. Move them where? Where? This is, no, Tom, this is crazy. Like, for real. We're going to have to call it because I have to leave in 2 hours to go get the kids. And I do want to move some things out of here that like shouldn't be in here. Like, I love my mom because, let's look at this. She gets me giant Pokemon cards. It says cars, but that's not what it means. This was from kindergarten this past school year. She tucks TUX me in at bedtime. She gives me hugs and kisses. CISIS. And down here is a heart with an arrow through it. I just want you to see that. Okay. Amazing. Yeah. She gets me giant. You see that? Backwards J. Pokemon cars. It's the best. But look how big this thing is. It doesn't go in here. It kind of does, but I need it like up on the wall or something. There's like, Vela Wisner baby tag. We'll put that there. Do you see what I'm saying? All these things. Okay. Goblins and Gardens tarot deck. I bought this like Thanksgiving, Christmas time. It was a pre-order for like a second run. I also gifted one to our sweet Sandra. This can go up here. Santa Muerte I bought secondhand, finally. A thank you card from Sarah Kathleen for everybody's tarot. Let's see, is there a date? No. But anyway. Tarot of the Holy Spectrum, definitely pre. Somnia Tarot. I had that before because I ended up, I remember having a conversation with Pamela, I think it was, who was like, you know, I was talking about, I'm going to like dive in. I'm going to continue on with Marielle studies. And this is going to be my upstairs deck when I'm up with Vela. My writing desk is in her room. And I was like, this will be, I thought she would like sleep without being held, which she did more than Max did. But anyway, and I was going to like be up there working on Marielle stuff. And instead, I went to Somnia Tarot because the devastation of 2022 happened. And this met me where I was, just much more readily. And yeah, so quite certain I had it before. Oh, there's stuff everywhere. My sticker deck that I was working on, it's over there in a pile. So many things. But I'm going to check my list for Somnia. I got to write myself a note or I'm going to forget. Let's work on this. Oh, they've started. It's Allie and Richie and Gerald. A couple of people have dropped out of here. That's okay. We're going to wrap this up. Let's write Somnia regular, because the illustrated one was gifted to me after the fact for sure. Before Vita question mark. Okay. This giant thing, sickle and seed. I need to pre-clean for the Hoard video, but I think I may do one at some point. If you don't, like I just pre-cleaned enough to fit in here, and then you can just be like me right now. I want that tea leaf stack. I keep meaning to pick it up and buying something else instead. Oh, it's really great. I just really love it. That'd be brilliant. I need to see it. I love that you wear a tuxedo to bed. As a tarot mom, I guess you can't really tell them no when they want Pokemon or Magic the Gathering cards, right? Yeah, no. I definitely bought Max a stash of like, I don't even know how many cards it is. And when he has a really exceptional behavior day, then I give him Pokemon cards. That's a separate incentive than the giant Pokemon cards that he mentioned in that Mother's Day card. Yeah. Does it color a deck when you acquire it during life's heavy challenges? Does it make you want to get rid of it or hide it away? That's a very good question. Decks, no. Other items, yes. Like I got rid of the purse that I had during that whole thing. It made me feel sick because I had to do all of these things during that time that were related. Like everything came about. Everything had to do with that terrible thing. And so everywhere I was in all of these terrible rooms I had to be in and hear people saying things that were terrible, that purse was like always sitting next to me or like at my feet or something. And I came to hate it. And I finally threw it away. But decks, no. Decks are just pure to me and amazing. Somnia is a great deck. I haven't connected with the illustrated version though. I don't think I will as much. It was gifted to me by a friend, and super appreciate that. And I love to have both versions, but I don't think it'll be like the original for me, like that raw part of it. Like some people shy away from dark things, and that is fine. And that makes me think of the devastation that I went through. Um, because some people I have talked to about it and they kind of fall off the radar. Even some people who, when I first told them, were like really worked up about it and offering without me asking for anything, like, I'm going to help you. I know this person. They can do this and that and the other thing. And then they're just like gone. And I feel like it's just too much, and that's okay. But that reminds me of that. Like, I want that part. I want that version of the deck because it's so much more like terrifying in some ways. Donna says, for me, it colors the deck when I find out something about the creator that I wish I didn't know. I'm not like that only with decks, also TV, movie, books. Yeah, that can be difficult. Emmy says, I've been giving away decks. Come trick or treat at my house, see what you get. I got overwhelmed. Oh my gosh. Emma has cool stuff, y'all. I was thinking of getting the illustrated version of the Somnia. Oh, Emma. Okay. Let's do a few more, and then I think we're going to call it because we're getting, and here's those RWS. I was like, hey, Robin, I have some right here, and then I never showed them. This is Sickle and Seed and the Citadel box set. I got this from someone who was like in Florida or Georgia or North Carolina. I don't know. And they used to live like 20 minutes away from here. I sent her my address and she was like, oh my gosh, you live where I used to live. Anyway, those are amazing. Ancestral Path Tarot by Julie Kutsia Watts. These are giant, but it's something I kind of always wanted. I think it's a cool thing that I don't have anything else like. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. These also came secondhand, I think, in a bundle. Let's shove those back. For some cracked out reason, I bought yet another copy of the Syrian Starseed because remember how I tried to mod the first one and I did it with like really old scissors and I only did one card and it's terrible and they're just sitting in the box and I haven't used it because of that. I bought another one to, I don't know, break the spell that old one has over me that I just never use. It has people in it that are like really cheesy in my opinion, but I like all of the non-people cards. What is wrong with me? I bought another one for like $60. This is what happens to me sometimes. I don't know. Oh, this is the Mother Mary Oracle. I showed this when we were down in the studio a while ago. It's split by two different, there's two versions. My friend Marisol sent me these as well. I bought them from her, I should say. Mother Mary Oracles. Maybe in a month, I'll be able to come back and show you the rest of this. I'll just put a little paper in on the shelf and show you the rest so that I can still keep cleaning because otherwise this will never get done. Flowers of the Night Oracle. This was one that I had bought secondhand from Marisol as well. This, I think there's a pure black and white version. This one has some coloring to it. This always makes me think of Becca because when I first started watching her, she would pull one of these cards at the end. And it was awesome. And I've said this before too, but at the time I would watch current Becca and old Becca videos. So here's another thing, Robin, about not deleting. And whenever I would watch her old videos, like if she pulled the chance card, it spoke to whatever was going on in my life like then, even though it had been from like a year or two before. Anyway, there's that. Flowers of the Night. I'm like, why don't I have that? Finally bought it. And another Marisol bag. Okay, let's let's call it, shall we? I'll make a list of these so I know what to show you moving forward. Yeah, let's call it. I will meet you all over at Richie and Gerald and Allie's. I'm going to find some food and take a little break and then come back in here. So, yeah, let's call it. Give myself, I have to pick the kids up 2 hours exactly from now. So, let's be done for today. Let me check comments real quickly. That purse does carry a lot of baggage. Yes, it sure does. I'm glad I have both versions. Looking forward to the Oracle coming out. Oh, I didn't know about an Oracle. Damn it, Tom. Definitely the original over the illustrated. Yeah, it's just so like I want it to like pull my guts out, you know? MA, I love that, but how do the kids' parents take that? Have they congregated on your porch with pitchforks? Y'all, this world today, I can't even go there right now. Illustrated version is definitely more palatable to me anyway than the photo version. See, and that's beautiful. That's why I want those things to be there. And I think about like my kids, like, you know, I'll pass them some of my Hay House decks when they get a little older or, you know, whatever, something like that, like Illustrated Somnia. It's just a little softer and that's okay. You know what I mean? The only decks whose creator's bad energy hit me that way was Doreen, who shall not be fully named. See, and I'm the opposite. I'm like, bitch, you can stay mad. Like I'm using your decks. I'm so empowered by that. Girl, bye. I have that Syrian Star seed. I love it and I could never let it go, even if it's a bit cheesy. Yes, there's like soap opera characters in it. I'm like, who are these people? Some cracked out reason. No, honestly, I could not tell you. I could not tell you what I'm thinking sometimes. $60, like I could have, I don't know. Hello, Jackie's Crystal Moon. Thank you for hanging out. I hate to leave. They're just doing readings. Oh, is that you saying you want to stay here? Thank you all for being here. If I get another day with a little bit of a break, I will pop back on and I'll put a bookmark here so we know where we left off. I do have a bookmark. And we will continue on. Thank you all so much for being here and spending this time with me. I super love you. I love doing this. And I can't wait to see you again soon. Happy Casual Friday. I hope you have an awesome weekend. I love you tons.